So one of the first things I guess I should have done before starting to use any product such as Elasto lock made by Daich is to read the label, which I did. And they claim that you should clean the surface, which I did. This is a brand new roof, cost less than 6 months ago. Cleaned it thoroughly. And I started to use it, and as a result of using it, I started to get problems. As you can see here on the floor, you're seeing large bubbles, air pockets if you will, where it is quite clear the Elasto has not bonded to the surface. Now you might say, well, it's because he didn't clean the surface, he didn't properly prepare it. This area that I'm showing you actually was done by Sissons, who, by the way, I purchased this product from Daich. It's made by Daich. It's brought in by Sissons into Grenada, and they sold this to me, telling me that this is what is going to provide a waterproof membrane on my roof. So I used it, and I used it in this generic area and immediately had problems. As you might see, wherever we have circled in black, I got big bubbles coming up all throughout my roof. So the accusation was made, well, you made the mistake. You didn't clean the surface properly. This is your fault. All right. There was an area that I did not paint, and it's this area that I'm now walking into. Happens to be this area called my barbecue pit area. I had wanted to tile it, but then on the advice of Sissons, I was told you better use Elasto lock. So they sent their painter, and he came and he cleaned the surface. He observed that it was dry, and he applied it, and lo and behold, he got the same results. Air pockets. So I told Sissons this, and Sissons is now telling me, well, it's still a problem with your roof. It has moisture. So I've asked them, well, if there was moisture, why did your painter put it down? They have not answered my question. So we're at the stage where they're telling me that there's nothing wrong with this product. There's my assistant. But if you look closely at the label here, which I did, on it, it clearly states, and if you can't read that there, it states on the storage that may be stored in its original unopened container for 1 year. So I looked to see where is the expiry or best use by date, and I found it right there on the cover of the bucket, 5-pail bucket, is the month, the date, and the year. And as you can clearly see, this was made in the 5th month, May 11th day 2010, and we are now in April of 2012. So I was sold a product, Grenada, Sissons Grenada Limited, imported into Grenada, an expired product. Daich sold, exported from Canada to Grenada, an expired product that Sissons Grenada accepted into Grenada and then sold to me. And when I drew this to the attention of the managing director of Sissons, Mr. Chris Diali, his retort is, there's nothing wrong with this product. Daich, we spoke to them, and they claim that even though their label says 1 year, they tell us that this thing is good for 3 years. So it's like the person who is accused of the crime, you're asking them, is it true? And they're saying, of course not. So you can do your own analysis and see whether that is so. So this is my problem. I have a roof now filled with air pockets all throughout my roof deck, which is supposed to provide a waterproof membrane, and I'm not getting that. And Daich and Sissons, who have sold me this expired product, say exactly that there is absolutely nothing wrong with their product. It's all my fault, and I did not have a proper clean surface, and my roof has moisture. Their painter has said that there's no moisture problem with my roof. He can't understand what's going on, and now I'm stuck with a product that has done no good for me, and Sissons is maintaining that they are not responsible and I'm on my own. Stay tuned. There'll be part 2 to this story. But be warned, if you're buying from Sissons or Daich products, don't make the mistake I made, which is to trust these guys to sell you good product. Check the label. Then check your country. If you're in Grenada, check to see if it is legal to bring in expired products. And if it is, then don't trust Sissons. Check and see what the label says, because if you buy it, they will tell you there's nothing wrong with the product. It's all your fault.